What part of your personality do you fake? The bubbly one when I open gifts. My face can't lie, but I at least try to sound happy. This is my, even if I receive a gift I love, I hate opening gifts in front of people. I hate attention and having all eyes on me, or having happy birthday sang to you. Around my friend I'm a much weirder person. But I always fake being serious around people I don't know because I get too anxious about whether or not they like me. That's me. I'm a natural weirdo, but I have to tone it down when I'm around anyone that's not my boyfriend. Customer service. Had a guy come into my store last night yelling, "Get the fuck out of my way," and honestly me telling him to fuck off was the most genuine interaction I've had with a customer in months. This crap, like finally we don't need to deal with each other face with tears of joy. Being sociable when I really want to GTF away from people. This is me. I'm the funny wisecrack at social gatherings, but what I really love is running and hiking alone and driving around alone listening to music. Being alone is restorative for me because of my job. You're not really faking to be social, you're just introvert like me. We still need social interactions once in a while, even if we hate it because it's exhausting. I found interesting that, even if I prefer staying at home instead of going out with friends, it doesn't bother me playing with online friends all weekend. Being happy all the time, but it does actually make me a more joyful person. Being happy all the time is exhausting. I strive for contentment. It sure is exhausting, but to me, it pays off. Extrovert. I'm a middle school teacher. I, too, get paid to be an extrovert. I'm an assistant instructor, aka paid extrovert. Confidence, a fake identity, ends up being your real identity if you've lived it long enough. Because any identity we have is just a construct. It's a choice. YouTube comment 2019. That's an interesting argument, but it doesn't apply here, Mr. Fanning. You are charged with identity theft and will serve 1 year with 5 years probation. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. I often have to fake emotional responses to meet people's expectations. Especially when someone says they miss me a lot, or even just saying, "I love you," and I know I have to say it back even if I don't feel anything. I feel that, in general, I don't miss people. I never lead with, "I missed you." For me it's always, "I missed you too." And it always feel like it's a lie. It's so strange to me when people can sense a gap in their life for me. And I just can't manage to return that feeling. I like them and love them and empathize with them fine. I just never feel that longing for them to be around. Edit. And it's not as though I don't get lonely, but I chalk that up to a general lack of company. This is exactly what I'm trying to express. Sometimes you don't need people in the same way they need you. It's not that you love them less, but you love them differently. And there's no point in hurting their feelings by not saying, "I miss you too." I'm a black guy who has no discernible accent. I code switch all the time depending on who I'm talking to. I'm fairly certain no one knows what my actual accent and speech sounds like at this point. Edit. Woke up to 18,000 upvotes. Well, I'll be same here, but I'm East Asian. My personality kinda changes along with the language I'm using to just mess with people. I once had an East Asian customer with the deepest, thickest Jamaican accent I've ever heard. That I don't care about my grades. I care, but I can't stop myself from procrastinating and not getting stuff done, so I just play it off like I don't care. Edit. So apparently I might have undiagnosed ADHD. I'll definitely look into that. Thanks for the responses, everyone. Ugh, I have this problem too. It's so stupid because it's mostly me lying to myself. Oh, you don't care about grades? Then waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat panic because I have procrastinated to no end. I'll look at the material and get overwhelmed because it's too much work and then keep procrastinating. It's an endless cycle. Exactly. I get a packet due in a month and sit down the first day I get it thinking how easy this'll be if I just work on a little bit every day. But I don't work on it at all and end up doing it all in one night and getting no sleep. How fucking calm I always am. I feel that I'm always angry and about to blow. I just have exceptional self-control, so people very rarely actually see my anger issues. But isn't that a mastery? I don't know if this counts as faking, but I hide all my dark, negative thoughts until I've had a bit too much to drink. I say everything out loud and my friends say they're concerned about my mental health and I should see a therapist. I do this same thing. I hardly call my parents unless I'm drunk, and then when I do, I tell them about my personal problems and then wake up the next day like, WTF did you do? Confidence. I always give off that leader energy when I actually lack self-esteem and I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I just don't like asking for help or bothering others, so everyone thinks highly of me when it's all just a facade. Me. Day job, you're really good in front of the client. Will you lead this meeting? Night job, you're really great. You're so good with people. Friends, you're so confident. I don't know how you do it. Inside, oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? How? I can't. Oh fuck, they're looking at me, what did they say? Shit, 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 shit. Internal tears flow because I'm now freaking out about what this means I need to do now, and I just wanna cry myself to sleep in the corner like the emotionally stunted eccentric lady I am, monsieur. Me out loud, I sure will. No probable, monsieur. Oh thank you, I appreciate that. IDK, I just do it. I'll let you in on a secret. With all the failing you think you do, we still think of you higher than we do of others. Otherwise you wouldn't be asked to do those things. When people push you forward to lead the charge, they trust and believe in you. You sound like a pretty cool guy, and I hope all your meetings go well today. I have some pretty mean and dickish tendencies naturally, but I do my best to be nice to everyone in spite of myself. Well, I think if you make a conscious effort to be nice to people and not let some darker tendencies take over, that legit makes you a nice person. We all have a dark side in us, but what I think really counts is how we act and behave towards others. And GT, what is better? To be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort? And GT. Parthenax, I think in the case of humans it's more how we were raised. If your parents always lash out instead of being chill, it's hard to get rid of that. But I think if one is strong enough to live kindness despite it, it will take hold in you and become your nature. Empathy. I care about my loved ones. But when my co-worker's marriage is falling apart and they're confiding in me, I really just don't care. However, most people I know think I'm super caring. I fake the exact opposite. I care way too much about stuff and I get too invested in matters out of my reach or control. So I moderate it to remove myself from the situation when it is too much. I do this. I feel like I'm this being that attracts energy. BC, anyone who knows me knows I'm a talker when someone feels the need to confide. It's just the sole outcome for working third shift by myself, where I don't work a prolonged amount of time with any one person. All of it, I subconsciously make up a persona for every different group I meet and subsequently maintain the ruse when in appropriate company. Then, when conflicting individuals come together, I get real weird. Edit. A quick edit to say the discussion stemming from this has been really interesting. Many of the replies have commented on the psychology behind the behavior as well as the good and bad points. It's nice to see camaraderie and criticisms in the comments. That said, I am currently in work and would like to take the chance to properly read and respond when I can. Dude, I keep very strict boundaries between different aspects of my life to keep that weirdness to a minimum, monsieur. I've justified it to myself by saying it's all my personality. I just only feel comfortable sharing a tiny portion of it with any given person. I get you completely. I try to think this but to also consider who I am when I am alone. Often worry that I am in fact a blank slate. Being shy. There's some people that don't get to see my outgoing personality because I don't want them to. It's not about meeting strangers or anything. But if I have a bad experience or you do something I don't agree with, I can't feel comfortable around you, so I just be passive and quiet. Patient. On the inside, I'm screaming at you to hurry up. On the outside, I'm saying, no, it's fine. Take your, for real, I get it. Take your time, dear. That's kind of what patience is to me. Maybe I'm too cynical. Maybe other people can say it's fine without being annoyed underneath it. I agree with you. It's like the difference between being brave and unafraid. Bravery is doing the thing despite existing fear. Patience is remaining calm and accommodating despite wanting things hurried along. Being wanting to, enjoying my job, enjoying my life. Well, of course I know him, he's me, extrovert. I've had people argue with me when I say I'm an introvert. Some people are drained by social interaction, others energized. I'm very much the former.